Hey YouTube, Aiden / Bob. Still not me in the shot, it's all about the case today. This is another bass trombone case. Yes, this is actually for bass trombone. Let's check it out. We got a cool Bon Voyage fragile sticker on here. What does that say? Zerbrechlich. I guess that's fragile in German. That's interesting. I don't know where that came from. I actually got this with my 50B2. He gave me 2 cases with it. And it fits my 50B2 also. I guess if I wanted to travel, I might use this. In real life, I would just use my Marcus Bonham. This is actually a King case for the King 6B, or Duo Gravis. I think at the point this case was made, it was probably called the 6B rather than the Duo Gravis, which is the older name for the horn. If you look at it, this is a pretty small case. I'm not sure, I'll give you guys a size comparison here in a second. But this is not a large case, and I was really surprised that it's a bass trombone case. So let's check it out. The exterior, we got a nice electrical taped handle. Looks like it's been a little beat up. Not super surprised. A little sticky. Yuck. We got the usual King latches, and they're in really good shape on this horn, or on this case. These are usually messed up. We got the usual latch in the middle. This is also usually messed up. It's not bent at all. We got no handle on this side, of course. We got the feet on this side, but only on the bottom. No foot up here, so this gets the brunt of the damage. We got a little bit of leather coming off. And this is real leather. That's cool. We got feet on the bottom, feet on that side, obviously. And then we got 4 feet on the bell end. So already this is better than the Bach case that we looked at in a previous video. Let's check it out. Those are very satisfying latches. They feel great. This only opens up to 90 degrees. That's kind of cool. And in here right now is a foam block and my 60H. This is a nice little fit for my 60H. Now, based on the interior of this, this may be an earlier Duo Gravis case, but I really have no idea of knowing. I'd have to ask somebody, and I don't really care that much. So right now, we have nice, large compartment to fit the horn. We have a little accessory thing right here. This is a vinyl strap, and the rest of the vinyl is broken off. Nothing in here right now. I always want there to be goodies in there, but there aren't. That's sad. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's little things right here that swivel out to hold a cleaning rod. So I could have one in here if I wanted. And a slide compartment that thankfully fits my 60H slide right at the very top. It has a little wiggle room actually, which is odd because I don't think the Duo Gravis or 6B slide is any longer than this, so it would have moved around also. The problem with these cases that are made for one specific instrument is that any other instrument is not going to fit super well. If you put a Duo Gravis in here, it would sit and then it would kind of lock into place. It wouldn't move around a lot, and it would be a perfect fit. Something like the 60H, which only has one valve and is slightly different dimensions in every way, fits, but obviously has way too much wiggle room. I don't use this to move the 60H, I just use it as storage. And so I put the foam block in here to kind of hold the 60H in place. Now this case is from a much older era. Obviously there's a lot of space in here that's not used. And nowadays that space would be used by foam. There would be an imprint of a 6B or a Duo Gravis, and there would be no other space. And that would be how it went. The problem with all the space that you see, it's great if you want to store stuff in here, but that means the horn can move around and damage itself. And the whole point of a case is to keep the horn from moving at all inside the case. And this case doesn't do a great job of that. Still, I like this case a lot more than the later Bach case that we just looked at, because it's so much smaller. It still fits the horn. It would still have a ton of accessory space, even if it was filled with foam. And it just looks better, just a better all-around case. It's lighter, it's easier to carry. One thing I did not mention in the Bach case review, let's grab that real quick, is that check out this distance from handle to the side of the case. This is a really important thing that people overlook. Right here we got like most of my hand from handle to the edge of the case. Here, that's like basically just my fingers from handle to edge of the case. That means when you're holding it, this one can be pretty close to your leg and your hand can be pretty close to your leg when you're carrying it. This the case just rubs up on your leg, and you can actually see, you guys probably can't see this, how the case is worn away right here just from rubbing against someone's pants or someone's leg for years and years and years, getting carried around. That's such a bummer about this stupid big case. Whereas this, much smaller, a lot easier to carry. It's not like it's a light case, but it's a lot lighter than that black case. Let's do the size comparison to Marcus Pana. Obviously, it's larger, and it probably doesn't need to be larger. Moving it this way, my bad. Because the dual Gravis would obviously fit in this. But the bell end is not any larger, and that's the big thing. Having this small bell end makes a huge difference in keeping the size down. And it's not any longer than the Marcus Pana. So, I don't know if I can give this case a pass, just because it's not a super great case for today. But for past cases, and including that stupid bot case, it's definitely a pass. Alright, see you guys in the next one.